at number 10, Paul Stanley. The Kiss frontman looks very different now than when the band was in its height, and people think the change is due to cosmetic procedures. It's rumored that he had a nose job, facelift, along with other fillers and Botox. Some evidence also suggests he may have underwent an eyebrow lift and a lip job. Stanley is only admitted to one procedure, and that was an ear reconstructive surgery. He got this because he was born with a condition, microtia, which caused him to not have a right ear. While speaking with SiriusXM's Jim and Sam video interviews, Stanley also admitted to having his rotator cuffs repaired, along with a hip replacement and cartilage repaired in his knees, but nothing related to his appearance. And at number 9, Michaela Romanini. For many years, she was one of Italy's biggest stars and was titled one of the most beautiful women in the country. But after getting many cosmetic procedures, she was left looking completely unrecognizable from her former self. We're not sure exactly what procedures that she's gotten, but it's clear her lips, eyes, and skin look drastically different. Some media outlets even say she looks like an alien. But even with all the criticism around her looks, she apparently does not regret any of her procedures. Some reports even claim she is now addicted to surgery, specifically lip collagen injections. And at number 8, Kenny Rogers. The late Kenny Rogers decided to undergo cosmetic surgery, and it changed his appearance so drastically that it really hurt his confidence. He told CBS host Gayle King in 2012, quote, "I was trying to hide myself. I had the money to do it and I had time off. It was one of those things that I think everybody's like, you look at yourself and you go, could I be better if I did this or I did that?" Adding that he regrets doing anything, and he is always very curious as to what he would have looked like without it. He also said that the changes in his appearance did not affect his music or singing voice, but rather his confidence to get on stage and make music. He even cancelled some shows during his 2018 farewell tour because he was battling health challenges, which some speculated was due to the surgeries. His worst procedure was a botched eyelid lift. He said about the procedure in 2006, quote, "I'm not happy about it, it drives me crazy." And at number 7, Joan Rivers. The late Joan Rivers is a comedy legend, and she's been very open about the countless cosmetic procedures she underwent through the years. Just some of the procedures that she's admitted to include a facelift, neck lift, and eyelid surgery. However, she passed away at the age of 81 due to complications with a cosmetic procedure. Her daughter Melissa spoke about the tragedy in a memoir that she wrote about her mother called The Book of Joan: Tales of Mirth, Mischief, and Manipulation. In the book, Melissa states that Joan received 348 cosmetic procedures over her lifetime because she was always insecure about her looks. Melissa also appeared on the Today Show and spoke about her mother's tragic death following complications during a throat surgery, saying, quote, "In my opinion, it was 100% preventable." Melissa actually filed a lawsuit against the clinic, saying they were not prepared and very unprofessional. And at number 6, Priscilla Presley. Priscilla Presley has no signs of aging on her face, even though she is 76 years old. But she does look completely unrecognizable from her former self. Some say this is due to botched procedures over the years. A few years back, she revealed that low-grade silicone was injected into her face, the type that mechanics use to grease car parts. This was done by fraudulent doctor, Dr. Daniel Serrano, who was later sent to prison for his illegal tactics. A rep for Priscilla said, quote, "Priscilla Presley was one of many documented victims of Dr. Serrano. An investigation which uncovered his misconduct ultimately led to his imprisonment. Ms. Presley dealt with this matter years ago and everything is now well." However, one doctor does not think the botched injections explain her puffy, waxy face, and he insisted that this is due to repeated laser treatments and Botox. One commenter wrote about her look, quote, "What has Priscilla Presley done to her face? It looks like she has a scary mask on." Halfway number 5, Jackie Stallone. The late mother of A-list actor Sylvester Stallone revealed that she had many plastic surgery regrets in a 2013 interview. When asked if she had had work done, she said, quote, "I do, and actually I've gotten too much. I look like I've got a mouthful of nuts. It's Juvederm, too much of it. I feel as though I look like a chipmunk." She continued, "Juvederm plumps you up here," pointing at her cheeks, "but it looks like you have a mouthful of walnuts." She then explained that she's had about 3 chemical peels and about 50 injections over her lifetime. She revealed that she had never tried Botox because naturally she did not have wrinkles in her forehead. Jackie claims that she believes in plastic surgery, but thinks that Beverly Hills doctors are overrated hacks, saying that she went to other states to have work done because she doesn't trust Beverly Hills surgeons. And at number 4, Simon Cowell. Simon Cowell shocked fans when he appeared at the red carpet for the America's Got Talent quarterfinals, looking totally unrecognizable. His face was discussed at length in the media, and on the Absolute Radio Breakfast show, Dave Barry said, quote, "I remember Simon Cowell when he had his first face. I've known him a long time. The current one is a bit Slipknot. It's actually quite terrifying, with the host noting that his surgery was probably done in the dark if it came out that badly, and that a man with his money should have gotten the best surgeon in the world. After stepping out, Dr. Naila Raja, a leading cosmetic doctor, said that he had gone a bit overboard with the Botox, adding quote, I suspect Simon's fallen complexion is a combination of weight loss and also too much Botox. And at number 3, Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian is the sister that gets the most flack for her cosmetic enhancements, because it seems like she looks different every week. While speaking about rumors about her plastic surgery, she told host Andy Cohen that she's had one nose job, along with fillers, but not Botox. Years earlier on her talk show Cocktails with Khloe, she also admitted to having facial fillers dissolved, saying quote, my face was so messed up I had to go and get this whole thing dissolved. It was a bummer and now I'm afraid to do it again, and I'm almost like, I swear things are still in my face. Although people don't believe she hasn't touched fillers, because her face has changed dramatically since then. And at number 2, Lisa Rinna. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star is known for her signature pout that she achieved through the help of fillers, but she's gotten some other procedures that she's regretted. Apparently after she tried Botox, she was totally botched. Lisa said that she got Botox in her cheeks because all of her friends were getting it done and she wanted to try it out for herself. But after the procedure was done, Lisa said quote, I saw a photo and I was like, oh Jesus, that's not good, that is not good. But after that experience, she's learned that less is more, saying that she still likes Botox but won't do anything that changes the shape of her face. And finally at number 1, Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton is my queen and I love her so much, but it's clear to her fans that she's changed a lot over the years, and she's been vocal that the changes are due to cosmetic enhancements. She told CBS Sunday Morning in 2019, quote, it's true that I look artificial, but I believe that I'm totally real. My look is really based on a country girl's idea of glam. I wasn't naturally pretty, so I make the most of anything I've got. Dolly's admitted to many procedures, including a facelift, eye surgery, breast implants, liposuction, excess skin removal, lip injections, Botox, and more. Dolly also looks phenomenal at her age of 75 and says that she will look as young as her plastic surgeons allow. So that's all for the list, guys. Please let me know your thoughts on anything below. But before I go, I'm going to shout out some comments from mine and Bree's video on J.K. Rowling. Penny said, yes, also no matter how you feel about the trans community, JK has a right to also feel as she does and to voice it. Can't have it only one way. I totally agree. I mean, freedom of speech is a thing for a reason, and we should protect it in society. You should be able to say what you're thinking freely. But we really are at this point in society where you can say whatever you want, but that doesn't mean freedom from consequences, basically. Then Regina said, oh my god, I'm such an idiot. For a second I was like, why does it feel like Mackenzie and Bree are not really looking and talking to each other? Oh my god, do they not like each other anymore? I have taken a bit of a YouTube break the past few months, then I realized they're not even together. So yeah, the way we do collabs, we are together only for the beginning and the end. That's pretty much it, and then kind of the middle bits we are not together. So yeah, I think it's just kind of a getting used to a thing, because we haven't done collabs in a really long time. They're kind of a newer thing. I probably hadn't done collabs in over a year before just starting to do them, so I think it's just working out the kinks.
Number 10. Madonna. What is there to say about this woman's career? Madonna has been stuck in our heads since we first heard her hits like Material Girls and Crazy for You. What may have also gotten stuck in your head though was just how gorgeous this woman once was. In the 1980s, Madonna was well known for her stylish duds and big blonde hair, at times channeling some serious Marilyn Monroe energy. It was unfortunate that Madonna felt the need to fall into the world of plastic surgery and injections as she got older. Photo comparisons from the 80s to now showcase the major changes, with her forehead appearing to be pushed out, as well as her cheeks and her lips being filled with enough Botox to give her the appearance of someone wearing a mask of Madonna over their own face. What's more is this combination seems to have molded her eyes into the almond shape of the cat. Fans have always been left wondering what she may have looked like if she never got any surgery. Would she still be a material girl, or would that material be riddled with stain? Number 9. Kendall Jenner. There have been rumors about the Kardashian crew getting cosmetic surgery since the moment that they first appeared on our screens. Each and every member of that family are accused of having either a nose job or cheek fillers, but Kendall has one noticeable difference that stands out from the rest. In side-by-sides, Kendall's eyes are actually a little bit larger than they once were, as well as more almond-shaped. Several doctors have chimed in online and claimed that there is no way she could have achieved this look by simply using cosmetics. unless they have some kind of a magical substance that yanks your face back, but it probably exists, but that's still very suspicious. Number 8. Bella Hadid. Bella is actually one of the main reasons that this surgery has become so popular. When you compare photos of Bella 10 years ago to ones taken this year, it's night and day. Not only have her cheeks noticeably shrunken and become more toned, but her eyes are more almond-shaped and cat-like. Bella was one of the first people to openly admit to receiving the treatment as a way to further enhance her already obvious beauty. Bella has been drenched in plastic surgery rumors for a long time. In 2018, she clapped back at her so-called haters, telling them that she was horrified of what plastic surgery may do to her face. While cat eye is not considered to be plastic surgery, it's still an invasion of one of the most sensitive areas of your face. But I guess that's okay. As long as nothing gets injected into her eyeball, everything's fine. Number 7. Selena Gomez. The former Wizards of Waverly Place star has been dodging surgery rumors left and right for a very long time. Fans have noticed her face changing over the years. The side-by-sides from her Disney days show drastic changes in her facial features. Not only does she clearly have some kind of a cheek filler, but her eyes are much more cat-like than the original form. Selena has admitted to using skincare products in the past designed to enhance features without the need of invasive surgery. However, no foundation on this earth can give Selena the features that she currently possesses. It comes as no surprise that Selena is actually a spokesperson for several beauty and cosmetic brands and has adamantly denied that she has received any kind of major surgeries. She's been shutting down rumors left and right for a very long time, even deleting photos from Instagram because they received such massive slews of negative comments. While it's never been confirmed if she actually received any work, just watching her on screen these days is enough to prove that the young Alex Russo we once knew has vanished into thin air. Number 6. Nicki Minaj. When it comes to Nicki Minaj and plastic surgery, she only has one response. What's good? No, she just denies it. Rumors have been flying around since the moment she first appeared on our screens and stages. Over the years, fans claim to have inside information that Nicki has received cheek implants, both in her face and her backside, with one of her closest friends turning on her in 2013 and claiming that she was given the 411 on the big old buns. But as with many things involving her looks, Nicki denies any enhancements of any kind. However, it doesn't take a super sleuth to realize that she has totally received some kind of work on her face. Side-by-sides show that Nicki did not have naturally shaped almond eyes when she first appeared on our screens. She may have never confirmed the surgery with her lips, but most certainly did with her eyes, because they're not the right shape now. Number 5. Ariana Grande. We have accepted that the former Nickelodeon star may have had some subtle procedures such as fillers or maybe even a rhinoplasty done. The jury's still out on whether or not she's had a nose job, as Ariana has never confirmed this and actually went as far to denying it on Twitter, although she does have a habit of sometimes editing her nose on Instagram, so it's kinda wishy-washy. We can't ignore the changes that we have seen in the past few years. The Santa Tell Me singer has been rumored to have had even more cosmetic procedures towards the end of 2022, causing her to look almost unrecognizable. The redhead that we all loved on Victorious and Sam and Cat seems to be a totally different person now. Ariana's eyes are more almond shaped, and she now has dimples in her cheeks when she smiles that she just never used to have. Ariana has never confirmed if she's received the surgery or not, but the face that we all knew and loved is hidden behind this new Ariana. Number 4. Kim Basinger. The 69-year-old actress and former model's face has looked suspiciously smooth and wrinkle-free in recent years, leaving many to believe that she's had some work done. A few years ago, a plastic surgeon named Dr. Omar Tillo weighed in on it to express his side, and he said that he thinks that she's received Botox, cat eye surgery, and dermal fillers. He claimed that if you look at previous photos, you can see apparent lines and wrinkles around Kim's eyes. These could be treated with anti-wrinkle injectables such as Botox. She also has clear lines around her mouth, which could be the result of being smoothed out with dermal fillers. Kim's skin also seems to be fresher with a more even complexion. This could be due to several factors such as laser treatments. A second expert named Reza Nizab agreed and added that he believed she might have also had a fat transfer or a facelift. This could explain the almond-shaped eyes behind the massive cheeks. Back in 2012, Kim's daughter, Ireland Baldwin, insisted that her mother had not received any plastic surgery while calling her the most naturally beautiful woman there ever was or will be. Ladies, if you want to avoid Botox and any other skin treatment, he said, ladies, if you want to avoid Botox or other skin treatments, listen to my mom. She hasn't had one treatment done because she stayed completely out of the sun all these years. Yeah, she wrote that on Instagram. I don't think that's true. Kim herself has never actually addressed the speculation surrounding her looks, but number 3, Renee Zellweger. When we first met Renee in the cult classic Empire Records, she was a baby face with bangs and brown lipstick, but nowadays she is unrecognizable. After making a name for herself starring as Bridget Jones, she continued to star in several comedies and romantic flicks alongside performers like Jim Carrey, Keanu Reeves, and Tom Cruise. In 2019, she reinvented herself, appearing on the show What If on Netflix. Fans were shocked to see the differences between her 90s glory and her current state. Her eyes were noticeably smaller, her cheeks were more pronounced, and according to several sources, she had received cat eye surgery a few years back to help combat the effects of aging. What it accidentally did was make it so that Renee always looked like she's squinting. While she delivered a solid performance on the show, fans were distracted by the stiff facial features of their main actor. Number 2, Catherine Zeta-Jones. When she attended the premiere of Entrapment in June 1999, she had the beginnings of crow's feet, especially when she smiled, but as the years went by, it seemed like the crow's feet vanished into thin air. By the time this past year rolled around and she made a return to the mainstream starring as Morticia Addams in the Netflix series Wednesday, she was a completely different human being. Her skin was so smooth and her eyes were smaller than they once were, looking exactly like you would picture a person with fresh cat eye surgery to look. Catherine was rumored to have received surgery after she was photographed entering a clinic in Beverly Hills. She's never actually confirmed that she received this specific surgery, but it's pretty impossible to hide the obvious changes in the shape and condition of your face. Number 1, Jocelyn Wildenstein. This New York socialite is no stranger to the world of media. Ever since the mid-1990s, she's been famous around the world for being a literal cat woman, having received so many plastic surgeries that she now resembles a cat. I don't know, she looks more like a lion to me, but lion woman doesn't have as nice of a ring to it. Her journey started with the titular cat eye surgery, but it was just the first in many steps to get that perfect face. According to her friends and family, the surgeries were not intended to give her a Barbie-like face, but rather that of a lynx, which had apparently been her pet for a while. While she wasn't famous for a long time, it was the photos that were shared following her divorce from husband Alec that got her into the mainstream. Most of the attention was drawn to her looks, and she was quickly dubbed the Catwoman by the entire world. Despite being worth millions of dollars, Jocelyn has faced financial struggles over the past few years, and at one point even being sued by American Express for owing them $70,000 in credit. Her cat eyes may be trapped behind a massive layer of plastic and silicone, but they will always be the first step taken down the rocky road. Number 10, Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian is one of many people from the Kardashian crew that I could have chosen for this list, but unlike some of her sisters, Khloe has opened up to fans about her cosmetic surgery journey, revealing her only regret about having a nose job. For years, Keeping Up with Kardashian's fans had questioned whether Khloe had any work done on her nose or any other part of her body really. During the show's reunion special last year, she confirmed that she had the surgery. She had apparently been hesitant to share the information with fans, as she claimed that the world is just a bit too easy to set off and that people would more than likely bombard her with backlash, which is exactly what happened. After revealing the truth, she was blasted with questions left and right. Why? What? When? Where? Huh? According to Khloe, the main reason she wanted to try something different was because she was tired of being compared to her siblings all the time. The Kardashian clan is large and filled with basically one of every kind of crazy, but Khloe has maintained that she regrets trying to alter herself just to be a little bit more different than her sisters. Number 9, Cardi B. Cardi B has never been coy about the plastic surgery procedures that she's had done. During an Instagram live video in December 2022, she talked about a procedure that she had done to her bum years ago and gave her followers a word of advice while doing so. Following the birth of her son, Wave, that's a great name, in September in 2021, people said that they thought she had work done, when in reality she had gotten surgery in August to have 95% of her bipolymer bum injection removed. She went on to tell people that they should do research and listen to their doctors, not just when it comes to bum injections, but also Brazilian bum lifts, seriously, why can't I say butt, and all the other plastic and cosmetic surgeries. In 2019, the rapper got candid about having to cancel and postpone shows because she needed needed time off to recover from a liposuction. On Twitter, she talked about having to miss work for 2 weeks because of that. And in that same year, Cardi also told Entertainment Tonight that she had a chest lift after giving birth to her daughter, Culture, and was unhappy with needing to take the time off. So Cardi's biggest problem is not with the procedures themselves, but the recovery time it seems to take. Well, fear no more with InstaLift. No, I'm just kidding, that's not real, but oh man, I've got a good pitch for Shark Tank. Number 8, Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen has no issue when it comes to being open about what plastic surgery procedures she has done. The 35-year-old model recently took to her Instagram story to show off the results of the cosmetic surgery procedure that she revealed she underwent: buccal fat removal. The goal of buccal fat removal is to thin the cheeks, and specifically in the area of the cheek hollows, and I'm not talking about face cheeks. While she claims that the removal was a success and that she could see the results, the aftermath of the situation left her on the other side of the argument. She was candid about this procedure. Many were still questioning how she got her face cheeks to look so perfect though. Speculation started running wild of people claiming to know for a fact that she had fillers. In fact, an entire YouTube channel was dedicated to proving that this woman was made of silicone. She addressed the rumors online and claimed that she did in fact receive the aforementioned bum bum solution, but she denied that the claims that she received any kind of cheek fillers, and instead she made it known that she was not an advocate for body morphing, claiming that the only time that this should ever be done is for medical purposes. Number 7, Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie has been a staple in the world of Hollywood ever since starring in the iconic 1978 horror flick Halloween. She slowly made herself a force to be reckoned with, making her way through several iconic shows and films before landing an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress in last year's Everything Everywhere All at Once. Jamie has been very open about her life when asked in interviews. She is an open book ready to be read by any and all that are interested. When the topic of plastic surgery comes up, Jamie is very loud with her opinion, claiming people should not F with their faces. In 1985, Jamie underwent a handful of procedures to increase her beauty. She got Botox and liposuction, which she admitted made her feel terrible. She also recounted trying to change her hairstyle all the time, but the reinvention of Jamie Lee just never took place. Now in her 60s, Jamie is still stunning, and it's got nothing to do with surgery. Just a long life of running away from masked maniacs. Number 6, Kim Kardashian. The reality star can be tight-lipped about the cosmetic procedures that she has undergone, and has repeatedly denied getting plastic surgery, but on a forthcoming episode of The Kardashians, she seems to make a surprising confession. In a peek at season 3 shared by her sister Chloe on Snapchat, Kim is seen taking voice lessons. While talking to her vocal coach, the Skims founder admitted that she couldn't use her neck muscles to sing because half of hers were probably Botoxed. Kim admitted to having a little bit of Botox in a 2022 Allure interview, but claims that she's had no filler, adding that she will never fill her cheeks and she's never filled her lips and all this jazz. While this may be true, back in 2010, Kardashian suffered facial bruises after getting Botox before she turned 30, an experience that was documented on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Kim claims that the surgeon warned her of all the possible side effects, like they're supposed to do, but because it was the first time receiving the procedure, she flipped out in front of the cameras. Since then, Kim has steered clear of any more Botox-related procedures, claiming that she felt a constant burning sensation for days afterwards, being some of the most painful moments of her life. Number 5, Courtney Cox. The Friends star was speaking with the UK Sunday Times style magazine ahead of the launch of her new comedy horror TV show, Shining Vale, in which she plays a depressed novelist who moves from New York City to rural Connecticut with her family. Cox herself is facing up to the fact that she is not far off from 60. She admitted that she initially tried to fight aging with all kinds of cosmetic trends, but eventually realized that she had gone crazy and is now trying to age gracefully. Despite her global superstar status, Cox said her confidence was dented a few years ago after shooting a pilot for a series that was never produced. Thankfully, the treatment she received could be removed. Her face filler slowly dissolved, and it would appear that she's decided to steer clear of any more cosmetic situations, proven by her role in the new Scream series, where she really does not look all that different from her Friends days. Number 4, Sharon Osbourne. The Talk host, who is 70, admitted that she came to the decision to quit with the surgeries after an October 2021 facelift left her with one one eye lower than the other one. TV personality and wife to the Prince of Darkness, Sharon previously spoke about regretting the horrendous facelift with the Sunday Times. She said she had a full facelift that October that left her looking like a mummy in an enormous amount of pain. Not only did the procedure leave her with one droopy eye, but she added that the 5.5-hour operation was not worth the time or the price tag. In fact, she kept calling herself a cyclops because they did such a bad job. At least she was able to laugh about the situation. Since her last botched job, Sharon has decided to steer clear of the whole surgical route for now, and instead is going with the au naturel look. Number 3. Tara Reid. Tara was initially a rising star in the world of Hollywood, being featured in several franchises over the years, but as time went on, her career slowed down and she was offered less and less roles. This was thanks to the reality series called Taradise, which showcased her penchant for the party lifestyle. A wardrobe malfunction at a party for P. Diddy in 2004, in which one part of her chest was visible for all the world to see, did not help the situation. Shots of her deformed chest quickly circulated on the internet, and Reid says that she was devastated. She had consulted with a plastic surgeon who gave her a completely different size than she had wanted, and Reid also had a procedure called body contouring done by the same surgeon, and she was unhappy with those results as well. Reid went under the procedure again one more time to get the previously botched jobs corrected. She says she saw a therapist for about a year to get help with her confidence issues and has settled down since her Taradise days. And on top of that, she's also steered clear from too many more surgeries, urging anyone who is going under to do some research first and, check those sources. Number 2. Mickey Rourke. In the 1980s, Mickey Rourke began to find success as an actor. He was praised for his appearance. The Independent compared his youthful appearance to Marlon Brando or James Dean. So when the actor's appearance changed in the 90s, fans started asking questions, and as it turns out, the explanation for the transformation, it makes sense. Speaking on the topic of plastic surgery, Rourke told the Daily Mail in 2009 that most of his was to mend the mess of his face after boxing. Rourke had cartilage taken from his ear to help rebuild his nose, which was an operation that he called one of the most painful things he had ever gone through. His biggest regret comes from not doing enough research before booking the appointment. Seriously, this whole list could just be top 10 times he should have done research. He's quoted as saying he went to the wrong guy to get his face fixed. Well, he has claimed that he's only had one more surgery to attempt to fix things. He has since become a public advocate for only getting surgery if it's for health purposes, because sometimes you need a part of your arm grafted to your shin. People are wild. At number 1, Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman has admitted that she regretted using Botox to battle the signs of aging. The Australian actress confessed that she did indeed use the cosmetic injections, but said that it was an unfortunate step in her beauty regime, adding that she was glad to regain some of the movement in her face. She recounts getting Botox at one point and claiming that it had unfortunately left her face looking a little disfigured, ultimately opting out to get another jab. She claims to have hated the way she looked when she first received the shots, very quickly realizing what a mistake she had made. She claims that her beauty comes from a natural place outside of that, saying in interviews that she is not one to advocate for plastic surgery. She claims to use sunscreen, not do any illegal substances, and she takes care of herself. Boring! Hey, if I had millions of dollars, I might drink a smoothie and hire a trainer too. But I don't.
Starting us off at number 10 is Victoria Beckham. The fashion designer and former Spice Girl is beautiful nonetheless, but has publicly admitted to regretting her decision on getting plastic surgery. She said what she regrets the most are her breast implants that she got when she was just a teenager. So much so that she ended up getting them removed. She was 18 years old when she first got them done, and during an interview in 2017, she said, "I should probably say, don't mess with your boobs. All those years I denied it. Stupid. A sign of insecurity. Just celebrate what you've got." I personally remember idolizing the Spice Girls like religiously when I was young, so to hear that even she would suggest not getting them is very important. I'm honestly really glad that she's open and honest about her experience with it, because I think especially for young girls who still look up to the Spice Girls, this could be very eye-opening for them. Up next, number 9 is Cher. There is no denying the 74-year-old icon still looks incredible for her age, and we can probably say that plastic surgery has helped with that, but she has openly admitted that. She's always been open about the work she's had done and has cracked jokes about her facelift. But she doesn't regret anything that she's had done to her new face transformation. The one thing she regrets is her breast augmentation.
I'm already seeing a little trend happening here. She told People magazine that the surgery was a nightmare. She said they were really botched in every way. If anything, they were worse after than before. Clearly, that was not the goal when going to get the procedure done, but she has been able to hide it well, and certainly it has not hurt her confidence. Well, that we can tell. Sliding at number 8 is Courtney Cox. The Friends star looks a lot different than when we saw her playing the iconic role of Monica Geller on the TV series. And that's because gradually over time she's had a lot of work done to her face, which she now regrets. She had an open talk about it with New Beauty and said that it all started when doctors told her that a little injection and filler here or there would not do any harm. But things went too far and the actress said she did not look like herself anymore, which is not what she wanted. She said, "I've had all my fillers dissolved. I'm as natural as I can be. I feel better because I look more like myself. Everything is going to drop. I was trying to make it not drop, but that made me look fake." She also admitted to stopping treatment and procedures like altogether. Regardless, she was beautiful as Monica and she is still beautiful as Courtney, but in pictures comparison, they do look like two different people. She did not need to touch her face. She was so freaking pretty. That like hurts me. It literally kills me when like stunning people fix themselves. Moving on to number 7, we have Chrissy Teigen. She is now known for being a mother to John Legend's kids, who tweets sarcastic comments and has her own cookbook and company, but she was once a model with big dreams. In May 2020, she talked to Glamour UK and revealed that she had breast implants done when she was just 20 years old. She said she did it because she was modeling swimsuits at the time, and when she laid on her back in the photos, she wanted them to look perky. But then she had babies and said the milk made them deflate. She ended up announcing on her Instagram recently that she was going to have her implants completely removed because she's simply over it. Chrissy seemed excited for the surgery, stating that she wants to be able to zip up a dress in her size and lay on her belly with just pure comfort. When she got them done at 20, she was a model regardless because she was stunning and admits that she didn't need the boobs. She just kind of wanted them. And she was young and a model. I can just imagine the pressures at that age, especially swimsuits. And at number 6 is Mickey Rourke. In the prime of his acting career, he was a total heartthrob, but there was a time when he had a different career where he took some shots to his handsome little face. He was once an amateur boxer and said that after some injuries he underwent some plastic surgery in hopes to fix it, but admitted that he chose the wrong doctor. Never a good thing. Back in 2017, when pictures of his new face surfaced online, people were in complete shock with how different he looked. He talked about his decision for plastic surgery and said, "Most of it was to mend the mess of my face because of boxing, but I went to the wrong guy to put my face back together." Some of the injuries he had was a broken nose twice and a smashed cheekbone. He said he doesn't regret the decision to get his face fixed, but he regrets the doctor he went to. Yeah. We have made it halfway through and we have Tara Reid. The American Pie hottie has been open and honest about her plastic surgery experience in hopes to help other women before choosing to get work done. She got breast implants in 2004, which caused issues for her body in other places. She said that her stomach started to ripple and caused her to have a hernia, leaving her with a huge bump next to her belly button. She regretted it so much that she said it was the stupidest thing she's ever done, and she actually had the procedure reversed just 2 years later. She also had to get liposculpting done on her stomach to fix what had happened. Even after getting her breast augmentation reversed, she said that she was left again with deformed breasts. Oh, it's always a risk, you guys. There are a lot who do have success, but that's so scary. Cruising into number 4 is Jennifer Grey. The Dirty Dancing star has always had a very distinctive face and was known for her stunning looks. But when she decided to get rhinoplasty, it changed everything, and she said it was the worst decision she's ever made. She said the operation completely changed her face and it ruined her entire career. When speaking about it during an interview, she said, "I went in the operating room as a celebrity and came out anonymous. It was like being in a witness protection program or being invisible. I'll always be this once famous actress nobody recognizes because of my nose job." Now, I don't think she looks bad. It's not like the surgery botched her face physically, but she does look like a completely different person. When I saw pictures, I was like, literally different person. So I do understand what she means. And that one's really sad. In the third spot on our list is Kourtney Kardashian. Plastic surgery is no surprise to the Kardashian sisters, but it might be surprising to know that Kourtney regrets some of it. In 2011, she was talking to Showbiz Spy and said that she wished she didn't get her breast implants when she was 22, or at all. She said, "I had my boobs done, but if I could go back, I wouldn't have done it. I was so cute before. I've realized that I was made to look a certain way and I'm considering removing them." Now obviously this interview was years ago, and if you see her these days, she has not removed them, but her opinion still stands, and honestly it's probably even more so now because she's a mother of 3. So, you know, she's had to gone through the whole breastfeeding thing, the milk, and she probably just sees the whole thing from a different perspective now. Rolling into number 2 is Joan Rivers. Going under the knife has never been a secret when it comes to this comedian. She's publicly talked about her procedures, which is a pretty decent list. Apparently she's had a facelift, a nose job, a breast reduction, chin tucks, Botox, collagen, eye procedures, and lipo. She's actually happy to have the work done, but one thing she regrets is the lipo because it did not go as planned, which I think we know by now is a huge risk. She explained that she did not research the doctor enough before going, and the result of it just was not smooth. She also said if she could go back in time, she would have never done it. Maybe not with this doctor, like I feel like she might have done it with another one since she has had all the other work done. Obviously she's not opposed to it, but didn't go as planned. Earning the number 1 spot on our list is Heidi Montag. The Hill star takes the prize after having 10 surgeries done at one time and giving herself a total transformation, leaving her to look like a totally different person. She once wanted to look like Barbie with size H boobs for Heidi. Like literally, those were her words. But now she's an advocate for girls and encourages people to accept themselves rather than getting work done. She said she completely regrets it and wishes that she could take it all back. During an interview she said, "Surgery ruined my career and my personal life and just brought a lot of negativity into my world. I wish I could jump into a time machine and take it all back. I would never do it again and I never recommend it to anyone." She explained that at first she only went in there wanting a few enhancements, but then it just got completely out of hand. Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is Carmen Electra. It's not surprising that the Playboy model would feel the pressure or just simply want to get breast implants during her career. The Baywatch actress has been a sex symbol in the industry on more than one occasion. She openly admitted to getting breast implants but says that she wishes she never did because her breasts were nice before the operation. In 2010 she spoke about it and said, "I had breast surgery over 10 years ago, taking me from a 32B to a double D, which took a bit of time to get used to. I didn't want to go as big as that. It's nice that I don't have to wear a push-up bra anymore, but I could have left myself alone. I think I was fine the way I was." I feel like that's often the case. You do something and you're like, you know what, it wasn't all that bad before. She revealed she felt pressure to get the implants from another woman who had them and who told her that her life and career would improve if she got them. This woman was left unnamed, but I want to know, who told you to get them? Up next, number 9 is Tori Spelling. She's been in the public eye her entire life. She was just a teenager when she starred in her dad's drama series Beverly Hills 90210. Since the beginning of the show, fans have speculated if she's undergone plastic surgery, and almost 30 years later people are still commenting on it. She has admitted to her cosmetic procedures and a plastic surgery operation, which she now regrets. She said when it comes to going under the knife, she has only had her nose and her breasts done and the rest were all cosmetic. But she does regret getting her breast implants ever since she became a mom and realized the effect it had. The mother of 5 talked about it and said, "I got my boobs done in my early 20s and if I had known it would or could possibly impact the production of milk, I would have never had them done." I don't know how she didn't know that. Don't they tell you? Like, don't they say this to a young woman? I mean, even I knew it. I even Googled breast implants and it's like, you know, I feel like that's just kind of known. No? No? You're putting plastic in there and stuff. Of course breast milk is like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of, I don't know. I hate to say it, but I feel like we just know that. In spot number 8 is Courtney Love. No one on this list has had the bad luck that Courtney has when it comes to her surgeries. She has been open about the 3 procedures she has had done and that she was not happy with any of them. She had liposuction done on her butt and said that it actually ruined it, and she told everyone not to get lipo done on theirs. She also had a mouth enhancement, which she said, I quote, "I just want the mouth God gave me back. It was perfectly cute and I had nice big lips." So that is 2 procedures so far that she was not happy with. On top of those 2, she also had a nose job, which she corrected because it was botched in 2007, and said that she hated it and compared it to a little beak. By the sounds of it, her natural self made her happier than any of these plastic surgeries did. I think this is a lesson for us, ladies. Cruising into number 7 is Jamie Lee Curtis. She's always been the type of person to say it how it is, and before she fully embraced her natural beauty, she admits to experiencing a little bit. She talked to Mirror about her experience and thoughts on plastic surgery and said, "I've done it all. I've had a little plastic surgery, I've had a little lipo, I've had a little Botox, and you know what? None of it works, none of it." She went on to say she felt like she looked worse after the fact and that you start to become a caricature of yourself. Honestly guys, if this list doesn't have you like thinking twice about things maybe you wanted to get done, then I don't know what will. Because, you know, even doing the research, not that I want plastic surgery, but I was like, damn, there's a lot of people who have had it and regret it. And that's just a fact. Moving on to number 6, we have Kylie Jenner. There is no denying that Kylie's lips have played a huge part in the success of her career. She was one of the first people to get lip injections and make such a big impact in the beauty community, which is weird because tons of people have had it done before she did, but hers were such a drastic change that people started doing the Kylie Jenner challenge and suctioning a glass to their mouth, like sucking in the air just to make their lips bigger. Over time, Kylie has been able to create her own makeup line with her infamous kit called lip kits. Basically, it's like lip gloss and liner and stuff to make your lips look bigger. But believe it or not, she has actually regretted the size of her lips. I'm astonished. This actually shocks me, I'm not gonna lie. Her sister Kim interviewed her for Allure and asked what her biggest regret is, and Kylie said, "I definitely made my lips a little too big at one point. I got excited and felt like I needed to do a lot. And then you guys were like, Kylie, you need to chill. Then I had to go back and have it fixed, and it was a crazy process. Thank God I didn't end up on Botched." Honestly, I think with lips, it's probably so easy to put a little too much in there. You know what I mean? That'd be like, that's so risky. And it's on your face. Happy the list number 5 is Kenny Rogers. He began making changes to his appearance early on in his career, and it's one thing in his life that he regrets. In his book, Luck or Something Like It, he said that at one point he became aware of his professional image and felt like reinventing himself would be necessary for him to thrive in his career and stay relevant. He said that if you are afraid to change your image in this type of industry, then your time is limited, which is like a really sad reality. When asked why he decided to get plastic surgery, he said at the time he had the money to do it and he also had the time off, so he just kind of did it. He openly admits to going under the knife and said that it was a bad decision, but that he has accepted it and learned how to live with it. I feel like that's so true. That's like Heidi Montag. Like she was just losing all her fame and then bam, just, I'm gonna reinvent myself and try to get attention. Like you get attention no matter what, but like, why would you stay relevant just because of plastic surgery? Like you'll make a few headlines, but then like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's sad. Here now at number 4 is Sharon Osbourne. The talk show host has candidly admitted the extensive list of plastic surgery she has had done on her body and face. She has spent over $120,000 on different procedures, which include liposuction, a neck lift, a boob job, and different work on her face. She has admitted to her breast implants being botched, which is one of the reasons why she said no to getting any more work done. During an interview, she said that her face now looks like plastic. She said she wishes that she had never done it and even went as far as calling it abuse on her body. She claims that she's completely done with going under the knife. Alright guys, at number 3 we have Denise Richards. She opened up to Us Weekly about her horrific experience with plastic surgery. She had breast implants done at a young age and said the experience was a total nightmare. She explained the story and said she got breast implants when she was just 19 19 years old, but the doctor put in bigger implants than what she asked for. So she went to a different surgeon to have them corrected, and that doctor gave her even bigger implants. What a nightmare. She said it was a nightmare and that she felt vulnerable given her age and where she was at in her career. She said, "I felt vulnerable. I was getting ready to film Wild Things and I didn't want to get into a lawsuit with some plastic surgeon. It wasn't right what the doctor did, but it is what it is." She now encourages women to embrace their natural beauty and sexuality before making that decision. Me too. Don't do it. Rolling at number 2 is Jane Fonda. The 82-year-old actress has said she regrets going under the knife when she was younger and said she hates the fact that she felt the need to ever alter herself. When asked about it, she said she started to get work done when she got tired of looking tired when she wasn't actually tired. Story of my life. I feel like I just always look tired. Even when I'm not tired, I'll look tired. These bags, they don't lie. It wasn't until recent years that she's opened up about her surgeries. Normally, for a long time, she was really shy about it. But she spoke on it and said, "I'm not proud of the fact that I've had it, but I grew up so defined by my looks. I was taught to think that if I wanted to be loved, I had to be thin and pretty. That leads to a lot of trouble." People always compliment her on how good she looks for her age, because she looks incredible, but she's quick to say that she only looks that good with the help of plastic surgery. Damn, she does look good though. That plastic be holding up alright, because it looks good. In the number 1 spot is Alicia Duvall. The former glamour model revealed she was addicted to plastic surgery to a point where she could have died. She has spent more than $2.5 million on cosmetic procedures and has gone under the knife more than 350 times. She almost died on the operating table, and since then she has vowed to never get any more work done. She regrets her decision to get so much work done and said that she ended up looking like a fake Barbie. She said, "I looked fake and that Barbie image does not appeal to me anymore. I want to look natural and go back to how I looked." She actually regretted it so much that she started seeing a therapist to help with her addiction, and she started the process of undoing all the procedures that she originally had done. She has gone on to warn young girls about the dangers of plastic surgery and says she often gives advice to other young celebrities in the industry, which is probably for the best, because in the beginning is when the pressures are high. Alright guys, that is our part 2 list. Let me know what you're thinking down in those comments and give the video a thumbs up so I know you enjoyed it. But for now, let's check out some comments from biggest stars who gave up on YouTube. Renee Crockett says, "Jenna Marbles leaving actually broke my heart. I just want to give her a hug." Honestly, me too. I don't agree with her old content and the videos that surfaced, obviously, but I feel like she was so genuinely sorry that can't we just find it in our hearts to forgive? I like Jenna Marbles. MLG Gamer says, "I must ask, has anyone ever used any of your bloopers as a meme or GIF?" No. Not that I know of anyways, but producer Chris has brought up a time where I was speaking of Al Capone and I said his name was Al Capone or something, and someone turned that into a meme and it was really embarrassing. Try to forget about that, but thanks Chris. Zayn Nasrallah says, "I'm guessing you're not going to be quitting YouTube anytime soon, right?" No. Nope. I love my job and I just started on my personal channel, so like now would be the worst time to quit. So no, not anytime soon. David K says, "Joss, does your parents/relatives watch you here on YouTube?" Honestly, my parents have seen some of them, but they don't really use YouTube. No offense to them, but like they don't really know how it works. It's not really for them, so they don't like watch me all the time. I wouldn't either. They had to hear my voice for 27 years, you know? Kicking off our countdown list, number 10 is Cameron Diaz. The blonde beauty has been open about her Botox experience and said when she got it for the first time, she watched her entire face change, which I thought kind of was the point. She has said that she quickly realized her face was never going to return to the way it was, and even after the Botox wore off, she knew that the anti-aging procedure just was not for her. She talked to Entertainment Tonight and said, "I've tried Botox before where it was like a little tiny touch of something. It changed my face in such a weird way that I was like, no, I don't want to be like that. I'd rather see my face aging than a face that doesn't belong to me at all." Honestly, that last little line of her quote, I think that is the best advice I've heard when it comes to having cosmetic procedures done. Like, think about it. I would rather have my aging face than a face that doesn't look like mine. That's some good advice. Up next, number 9 is Nicole Kidman. Believe it or not, the movie star has insecurities too, and similar to Diaz, she wanted to try the anti-aging procedures of Botox. Her face has always looked like a porcelain doll, even before the Botox, but she wasn't happy with it and wanted to change. But she didn't end up liking the change that it made to her face, and she said she could not move it. In 2013, she said, "I did try Botox, unfortunately, but I got out of it, and now I can finally move my face again." The actress has stopped getting the procedure done and said she tries to take care of her skin as naturally as possible now by wearing sunscreen, not smoking, and taking care of herself just overall in general. Cruising to number 8 is Katie Price. The English model and TV personality has always had a changing look throughout the years, but she's been open about it and said she regrets some of the surgery decisions she's made when she was younger. She spoke about it with Daily Mail and said that she urges people to do their research before going under the knife because it was something that she did not do. She said, "I wish I had known that when I was younger because I could have saved myself a lot of heartache and surgery." But despite having regrets, she has continued doing more, and in 2019 articles surfaced everywhere saying her family is worried about her plastic surgery addiction. Her family and friends were practically begging her to stop after she started looking like a totally different person. Moving on to number 7, we have Khloe Kardashian. Coincidentally enough, her other sisters, Kylie and Kourtney, were on the other parts to this list. Coincidence? I think not. So even though there is a ton of girls out there who look up to them and probably wish they looked like them, they actually regret some of the changes they've made to their bodies and face. One procedure that Khloe had done and regretted quickly was face fillers. She didn't like what it did to her face, so she went to try and have it reversed, but said that process was a lot worse than the initial procedure. She spoke to MTV and said, "Face fillers didn't work for me. I looked crazy and I still think the effects are in there. I went to have it all dissolved like 3 times." Which we can imagine probably did more damage to her face than anything. Like having all that removed after. Up next, number 6 is Janice Dickinson. She has been given the titles of the world's first supermodel, but has gotten several procedures done to alter her natural beauty, which has left her looking like a completely different person. She's had a breast enlargement, a tummy tuck, facelifts, and liposuction. But the one procedure she regrets most is her breast implants. This regret came after she was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer back in 2016. The doctor actually told her that it's more challenging to detect abnormalities within a breast when a woman has breast implants. So there is a chance that her cancer could have been detected sooner if she did not have them in. She talked about it and said, "If I had to play my life over again, I would never have gotten breast implants in the first place." Happy with your list. Number 5 is Gisele Bündchen. The Brazilian model and actress also had regrets with her breast implants. She admitted that after having 2 kids, she was unhappy with her breasts, so in 2015 she decided to get a boob job. But she later regretted that decision. When talking about it with People magazine, she said, "When I woke up, I was like, what have I done? I felt like I was living in a body I did not recognize. For the first year, I wore baggy clothes because I felt so uncomfortable." She also revealed that she first had them done because people kept commenting on the fact that they were uneven due to her breastfeeding. She said she felt vulnerable and had to change them because as a model, she was always praised for her body. Oh my god, imagine having that done and then feeling worse than you did before. And then for a year you're like, that was pointless because I feel even worse. Oh, that hurts me. We've made it to number 4 and we have Kathy Griffin. The comedian is known for her wit and blunt personality, but her looks have always been a topic in conversation. Throughout her career, she has relied on plastic surgery and ongoing treatments, but there is one procedure that nearly killed her back in 2009. In her memoir, she published photos of her botched liposuction that left her looking like she described a CSI crime scene. She wanted to actually publish the photos as a public service announcement to try and warn other women who might be considering getting the surgery done. She was left botched after she suffered from some complications. She went 4 years without any plastic surgery after that, but then ended up changing her mindset about it and actually went on to have a facelift, a nose job, eyelid surgery, Botox, and more liposuction. That's crazy. After an experience like that, how do you ever go under the knife again? That's gotta be traumatizing. The pictures are like Taking over the third spot is Melissa Gilbert. The actress regretted her breast augmentation so much that she eventually had her implants removed. She opened up about it on her blog, explaining her big decision. Spending a lot of her life with a flat chest, she felt insecurities and decided to get a boob job after the birth of her first son, and after her ex-husband had some negative things to say about her chest. That pisses me right off. So when she got divorced, she made a decision to get them done. But years after, she started feeling uncomfortable when doing normal activities and had concerns for her health. She said that she would take a Zumba class and fear that she would end up with 2 black eyes again, so she had the implants removed and regretted ever getting them done in the first place. Man, screw her ex-husband. In the number 2 spot is Jessica Simpson. She revealed a lot about her personal life in January 2020 when she released her memoir titled Open Book. She opened up about her experience with plastic surgery and some of the regrets that she had. In 2015, she had 2 tummy tuck surgeries which left her with some complications after the second procedure. She explained why she got it done and said, "I wanted to get rid of the stretch marks and loose skin left sagging from my back-to-back pregnancies. I was so ashamed of my body at this point that I wouldn't let Eric see me without a t-shirt on," Eric being her husband. Turns out she got an infection from one of the surgeries and she was in the hospital for 9 days. She was vomiting so much the doctors thought she was going to burst something and told her that she might need a blood transfusion. She also said that she had regrets when she got lip fillers done and was happy when those faded out after just a few months. In the number 1 spot is Gwyneth Paltrow. There has always been speculation and rumors going around about the work that she allegedly had done to her face. But she does stand firm on the fact that she's never gone under the knife, technically, when it came to her face. So it's really whatever you believe. But besides that, she has admitted to having many cosmetic procedures done, and one she regrets the most is Botox. This seems to be a trend that people aren't happy with Botox. Just saying. In 2013, she told Harper's Bazaar, "I've tried everything. I would be scared to go under the knife, but you know, talk to me when I'm 50. Except I won't do Botox again because I looked crazy. I looked like Joan Rivers." Not very nice, but coincidentally enough, Joan was on one of my other parts to this list, and she also regrets her plastic surgery. This is a very big trend. Maybe we should all just not get it done. Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is Bella Hadid. The famous model is beautiful nonetheless, but her transformation goes under the radar sometimes, with people not realizing how much her appearance has changed. But she's always been very defensive when it comes to rumors that claim she has had plastic surgery done and other procedures like face fillers. During a 2018 interview, she responded to comments on it and said, "People think I got all this surgery or did this or that. And you know what? We can do a scan on my face, darling. I'm scared of putting fillers in my lips. I wouldn't want to mess up my face." But looking at photos from the start of her career in 2010 until now, she looks completely different. And if it isn't surgery or cosmetic procedures, what caused the drastic change? She's denied everything, so maybe one day she will give us a real answer. Up next, number 9, we have Sharon Osbourne. Unlike Bella, Sharon has always been very open and honest about her journey with plastic surgery. In 2016, she admitted that she was on her 3rd face at that point and revealed she hasn't always liked the work that she's had done. She said, "In a lot of shots, my face looks plastic, and at certain angles I'm like, oh dear, I should have never done that." But that has not stopped her from getting more done. In September of 2019, on the premiere of The Talk, she shared with the audience that she had gotten a facelift 5 weeks prior. She said she had her neck done to make her face look more refreshed. You wouldn't think she looks much different in more recent times because she's been getting work done for a while now, but when you see her before pictures, you really get to see just how much her face has changed throughout her life. Honestly, didn't even know what she looked like before till I saw that and I was like, what? Different person. Sniping our number 8 spot, we have the Bogdanov brothers. Igor and Grishka Bogdanov are identical twins known for being French TV presenters, producers, and scientific writers. But they are also known for their very drastic plastic surgery transformation, which has gotten the attention of media all over the world. Back in the 1970s, they were known for their handsome looks and were sharing screen time before they got addicted to cosmetic surgery. In 2010, it was reported that they each had a number of chin and cheek implants as well as fillers and Botox. But a little too much of all of the above because their face looks permanently swollen all the time and they now have a very cat-like look to them. When seeing the before and after pictures, it is crazy to see how much their face has changed. In spot number 7, we have Priscilla Presley. She will always be under a spotlight after being Elvis Presley's ex. How could you not be? But in 2018, media outlets were focused on her with rumors going around claiming she had even more plastic surgery done. People criticized her hard on social media, saying that she looks like she had a mask on. She has spoken about some of her botched cosmetic procedures in the past, saying that she has had industrial low-grade silicone injected into her face. She described it as being something similar to what mechanics use to grease car parts. Her botched procedure led to an investigation, with that doctor being sentenced to 18 months in federal prison. Some of his injections caused lumps, paralysis, and holes in his client's face. So Priscilla had to undergo even more procedures to try and correct the mistakes that he made, and unfortunately this drastically changed her appearance. Taking over spot number 6 is Kenny Rogers. He never seemed to have a problem with the ladies, often praised for his handsome looks, but at one point in his life he decided to make some changes to his appearance, and now he says he regrets it. During a CBS interview, he got very personal and talked about his decision to get eye lift surgery and said, "The guy who did it was one of the world's best, but he just had this concept that the edge of your eyes had to be higher than a certain place, and I regret that." He does look very different in the before and after comparison because the eye lift kind of changes the whole look and shape of his face. Plus, reports also claim that he has had Botox done as well, which has also altered his appearance. But not the worst one we've seen on this list. Halfway through our list, at number 5 is Adrienne Ballon. People started telling her she looks like one of the Kardashian sisters now after seeming to have work done on her face. Fans started calling her out after her pictures online showed her lips looking more plump and her face taking a more contoured shape. Adrienne has been open about going under the knife for her breast implants when she was just 19 years old, but claims she has never touched her face. During an interview in 2014, she said she would never touch her face, but people don't believe that she has stuck to her word now that her face looks drastically different. A plastic surgeon even chimed in on the situation and said, "I think she's had rhinoplasty and lip filler and maybe cheek augmentation as well. Her lower lip used to be twice as thick as her upper lip, now they are almost the same thickness." Regardless, she's still beautiful. I honestly think people are just still holding on to her from looking like the Cheetah Girls. I mean, I kind of do that. I just remember her as the girl from the Cheetah Girls. Here now at number 4 is Tori Spelling. Just last month she was making headlines for allegedly getting more plastic surgery done, but this was not the first time that this has happened. After rumor mills started claiming she had even more work done on her face, she finally commented on it while talking to The Sun. She said, "People have been talking about me having plastic surgery since I was 17. It's the one thing that has stayed with me my entire career." She's revealed in the past that she has had a nose job and her breasts done, but says that she hasn't had anything since. She said that when people say she's had extensive amounts of plastic surgery done over the years, that is simply not true. But because of how drastic her face changes seem to be, people don't believe that she has not touched her face since then. It seems like more than just one nose job was done, but she has not admitted to anything else. She did admit though that she looks very different, revealing that her kids don't even recognize her in reruns of 90210. Rolling into our third spot is Yolanda Hadid. Though the model has been very open about her own plastic surgery transformation, she insists her daughters Bella Hadid and Gigi Hadid have never had any. The former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star has always been honest about her decisions to get cosmetic procedures done to both her body and face, but in 2019 she said she is finally done with it. She posted a photo in lingerie on Instagram and captioned it, "Finally back to the original 1964, living in a body free of breast implants, fillers, Botox, extensions, and all the other stuff I thought I needed." In 2015 she revealed she had issues with her breast implants after they had ruptured and leaked into her chest cavity. She then started spreading awareness in hopes that people would educate themselves before making big decisions, and she now encourages people to fall in love with their internal beauty as well. Taking over our number 2 spot is LaToya Jackson. When seeing her transformation pictures side by side, you probably wouldn't even believe that the two photos were the same person. It's no secret that the Jackson family has had their fair share of cosmetic procedures done, each of them making headlines for it at one point in time. LaToya was making headlines in 2017 for being one nose job away from completely losing her nose. Paparazzi photos got the attention of some of America's top plastic surgeons who claim that she could literally lose her nose if she gets gets more work done. They pointed out that the outer flare of her nostrils have been overly narrowed to a point of near disappearance. Dr. Lyle Back said that each surgery on the face carries the risk of more collapsing, and said that it could be almost impossible for her to breathe through if she continues to get work done. And I've seen photos of people who lose their nose. It is terrifying. That's a thing. You can literally just lose your nose. In our number 1 spot is Khloe Kardashian. All the Kardashian sisters make headlines for their ever-changing looks, but Khloe seems to get the most heat for hers since her change might be the most drastic. It seems like she got fed up with all the rumors though and decided to talk about it after people started claiming she had a face transplant. During the recent Keeping Up with the Kardashians reunion, she addressed the accusations and admitted to all the cosmetic procedures she has had done. For the first time ever, she admitted to getting a nose job, Botox, and fillers. She admitted that she responded horribly to Botox and said that she had other injections done. Her body has also changed significantly throughout her career, which is also why people point out that she has had the biggest transformation out of all her sisters. Regardless though, in my opinion, she's always been beautiful, and she says the reason she never spoke about what she's had done is because people criticize her no matter what.